Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back with another Fortnite video. And in today's video, I want to share with you guys some great sensitivities and settings to try out if you are looking to play more aggressive in Fortnite. So if you want to play a little bit faster onto other players, I want to show you guys some great settings and sensitivities to try out that are really going to complement that playstyle and help you play a little bit faster. So definitely stay to the end of the video if you guys want to see what those settings are and how to apply them to your gameplay so that you can play faster and more aggressive in the lobbies that you're in. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a VBuck giveaway. I bought a ton of these VBuck cards for you guys to have. If you guys would like to receive a card and enter the giveaway, all you guys have to do is simply drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell and drop a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. I will be giving out one of these cards every single Friday. I will share the screenshot of the winner in the video, so make sure you guys stay updated if you are interested in winning free V-Bucks. And lastly, if you guys want to support me in the item shop, just go down to the bottom right, hit on support a creator, type in creator code Young Humor, and you guys will have me supported in the item shop as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I want to be sharing with you guys all of the best sensitivities and settings to use if you are looking to play more aggressive and play much faster in Fortnite. So going into the sensitivities that I have and that I recommend for you guys to use is going to be 2.2x for your build mode sensitivity, and your edit mode sensitivity is going to be on a 2.3. Down in the look sensitivity section, your horizontal speed is going to be on a 49%. And your vertical speed is on a 47%. So there's two main settings that are really important if you are looking to play more fast and aggressive that I really recommend that you spend a lot of time looking at. One is going to be your edit mode sensitivity, and the second one is going to be your dead zones, which I'll talk about a little bit later in this video. Of course, the other settings are important, but the one thing that I want to talk about is going to be your edit mode multiplier. Now, the reason why this setting specifically is just so important and a setting that you really have to get right if you are looking to play more aggressive in this game is because your edit mode multiplier is going to determine how fast and aggressive you can play towards other players. Because if you want to edit a structure, which a common edit is going to be on a wall, so if you want to edit a wall, the closer you are to that wall, the higher sensitivity you need to be able to edit it quickly, because the closer you are to the structure you're editing, the further you have to drag your crosshair across your screen to be able to make that edit. So for example, if I'm right next to the wall versus if I'm, say, 10 meters back, I have to move my cursor over a lot more the closer I am to that wall. And this is really important because if you're playing aggressive, if you're playing really fast against other players, a lot of the times you're going to be quite close to your wall. You're going to be close to the cones, the floors, the ramps, just everything. All your structures are going to be really close to those structures, meaning that if you want to be able to play fast, if you want to be able to play aggressive, you really do have to play on a high edit mode sensitivity. And these settings are indeed really fast, as you can see when I'm building and editing. Of course, I have a lot of time on this game, so I'm able to control it, but of course you can turn these settings down just a little bit if you feel like it's just too fast in one area. But I think these settings are really great, and I think that everything kind of complements each other correctly. So having a little bit faster of a horizontal speed, so a 49% over the 47%, the reason I have a little bit faster horizontal speed, it allows me to reset my edits, and it allows me to flick shot just a little bit better when looking left to right, which is really important if you're playing aggressive and you're playing really fast in Fortnite. You're going to have to go for a lot of flick shots and a lot of close quarter fights. So having the best sensitivity for flick shots with your shotgun, and also having a little bit more or a little bit faster turnaround as well, because if you're playing very fast on someone and if you're playing aggressive inside of their box in a 1v1 fight, if they happen to jump over you or if they happen to go really fast to the left or right, you're gonna need to be able to turn around to fight that player. And being on a 49% and just having a little bit higher of a horizontal speed is just going to allow you to do that and to win your fights much easier. because the worst thing that can happen is you're in a fight and you're just on a not a high enough sensitivity and you just literally cannot turn around fast enough to fight that player. That's one of the worst things that can happen. And same with your edit mode sensitivity, is you really want to fight the other player, but what happens is you get stuck trying to edit the wall in front of you, and their sensitivity is just not fast enough. So I really like all of the settings that I have in that category. And the second thing that I want to touch on, and that's really important, is going to be your dead zones. And of course, I'm going to be showing you the ADS sensitivity, look damping time, and my input curve. So for my aim down sights, I am on a 10%. Now for this sensitivity, pretty much most people are in between 8 to 12%. I think 8% is a little bit too low. I think 9% is good, 10%, 11% is good, and anything higher than that, it's just going to be really hard on linear specifically to be able to hit long range shots. So anywhere from like 9 to 11% is just going to be your best bet for ADS sensitivity. There really isn't too much of a flexibility with that. I am on linear, no look dampening time, and the other thing that I really want to talk on in this video is going to be my dead zones. So now I'm on a 5% on both, and before I was on about an 8 or 9% or even 10%, just depending on how I felt about the stick drift. So usually I would say to play on as low dead zones as you can without stick drift. But honestly, if you can play on 5% dead zones for your left and right analog stick, you absolutely want to. And the reason for this, it's going to give you the fastest input that you can get on your dead zones, because the way your dead zones work is you have to move your analog stick far enough left or right, or even up and down, to be able to register it as an input on your controller. Meaning that the lower dead zones you have, the faster that input will be responded. And the only issue with putting your dead zones at 5% is if you have really bad stick drift, you're going to notice it a lot more on 5% as opposed to say 10% or even 15%. So that's the only thing. If your stick drift is just really bad, you can obviously bump it up to like a 10% and it will be just fine. But if you are able to drop your dead zones to 5%, like myself, I have just a little bit of stick drift, but it's well worth to play on a little bit lower dead zone, in my opinion, than to play on a higher dead zone and have zero stick drift whatsoever, because the lower dead zones that you have, just the more responsive and overall snappy feeling you're gonna have. So being on as low dead zones as possible is going to allow you to play really fast and really aggressive on everybody you're going against. And it's really going to set you apart, or set these settings apart as well, from the other players that you're going against. And being on control, you need to be as quick as possible with your flicks, quick as possible with your turnarounds and your SMG shots. So the lower dead zones you can have, the better. Like I said, the biggest downfall of being on 5% is you could have stick drift, or most players will probably have stick drift, but as long as it's not too bad, and at least as long as it's tolerable, then I would recommend being on as low dead zones as you can get them, because it really is going to make such a difference on your game and how fast you're able to play. But with that being said, I really appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys could, make sure you guys hit that like button, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you guys can get notified for every single time I upload a new video. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.